Hey guys, James Spring. Hey, I want to share this tool with you guys that I'm creating, and this thing is going to expand. Ultimately, I'm working with our marketing and engineering to try to get this incorporated in the fireys. You know, um, for those of us who've been around a long time, and especially for those of us who came up through the service and part of the industry, we've always had machine logs, and the purpose of that obviously is for technicians to have some type of previous knowledge of what has been happening activity-wise on the machines for service, for troubleshooting purposes. So we've always had the ability to put a date and time and who was there and what the problem was and what they did to fix it. Well, somewhere along the line, we've gotten away from doing that. I know it's done electronically for most companies, and so you've got a database of your service history, and that includes maybe what you did on the fiery. However, when it comes to looking at that information and getting dialogue and information that helps in troubleshooting the fiery, especially if you weren't the original person involved with the problem, it gets a little sticky. So what I'm suggesting is that maybe we keep a fiery service log. Okay, so I've created one in Excel here that I'm gonna walk you guys through real quick that you can keep on your desktops, on the Fiery itself, wherever you want. You can even print this out on 11 by 17 and fold it up and tuck it in a corner somewhere. But the purpose obviously is for anyone who might be working at an account who is not normally at the account to have some kind of back information, specific information about the Fiery itself. This really helps with troubleshooting, all right? And it helps if you get involved where you need troubleshooting help from a third party, being it Fiery or your second level support. The history of what has been going on at the account, what has been done, what hasn't been done. So we're not repeating steps. Um, so this is per machine. Again, you guys can keep it electronically or keep it as a hard copy. So I want to walk you through how this works. And then I'm also going to send this out to you guys, and you can have it with hard copy instructions. So the purpose behind this is a generic fiery service log. You'll notice right off the bat that I don't say this is a service log for a particular customer. And while you could do that, you could just put that information right here, right next to this. You could put dash customer X. All right. Now, throughout this service log, there are places that are drop downs, and there are places that are, just type in, just like what I did there. You'll notice that by this drop down. So we need to know the information about the Fiery system. All right, so let's call that an FS300. What version? One dot what? Right? How much memory is installed on the Fiery? And then here, type in the server name, whatever it's called. Okay, and then put the IP address in. And the reason why I included this type of information is because a lot of times this is on your config page, but if the config page is unprintable for some reason, the Fiery is not up and running, you wouldn't be able to get this information, and you need that information when troubleshooting. Then I also included options package. So knowing what options, license options are installed on this Fiery, that is extremely helpful if you're in a situation where you got a bad motherboard or you got a BIOS problem. You need to be able to know what license were installed so we know what to block in order for you guys to be able to have a license key to use that. And then some other key things, hey, is there a system backup on this? If yes, where? On thumb drive, in top front drawer of customer's desk, whatever. You guys get the hint here. Okay, put something in there. Then what you're going to do is on the date of service, just start filling this out like a log. All right. I just put a small area in here for initials. I don't think you guys know each other. You work with each other. You don't need to have the full name there. And then put in the symptoms, um, Fiery shuts, oops, Fiery shuts down by itself intermittently, And then you can put a description of action taken. Now, I'm not going to type all this out, but you guys get the hint here. Uh, you know, checked power connections and UPS. Uh, you know, verified hard drive and cleared server. Right? Then I've got some other items down here. If you replaced any parts, okay, here's a list of parts. So I'll put power supply. If you had to open up a ticket with your OEM support, you can put that ticket number in here. Again, for reference for someone who might be coming back to work on it. And then any other actions performed. So as a result of anything that you do, did you install a patch? Did you uninstall a patch? Did you recover from DVD? Recover from a backup? Did you do a fresh install? Did you update the API? You can see there's a list of things here. So, this would be one service call right here, right? The thing that doesn't change with every service call is this item that you filled out up top, right? That's the information about the server at this site that we need to know every time we're troubleshooting. Then you would just go along and treat this like a regular service log. The next time somebody's here, put the date in, put the person, the symptom, the description, and so on and so forth. So since this is laid out this way, it's set up for 11 by 17 sheet. So if you want to print it, if I go File, Print, and do a preview, you'll see that it's set up as a landscape on my paper size is other, which is 11 by 17. You can see it gives you a printout of those three. Obviously, you're going to need more than three. So what I did was I just include it in the Excel spreadsheet, other log sheets. They're identical. Okay. So there's 10 here, which would be a total of 30. You guys could use this over and over again and, hard copy this and have a record of it, or, save this as a file with the customer, with the customer name here. You can do file save as, and instead of calling it fiery system log, you can call it fiery system log for customer X. All right. But then you can add more tabs if you want. So, if you want to add a tab because you need more log sheets, just click here. Go back to any one of these, highlight this, do a Control C, and then on your new log sheet, just highlight here, do a Control V, and there you've got another new log sheet, and then you can just rename this log sheet, right? Call it log 11 or whatever, right? So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I'm going to be sending this out. Hopefully you guys will find this very useful. And if you have any questions, let me know. But for us, when we're trying to help you guys, it's very important for us to know what has and hasn't been done. And hey, we're all human. We don't remember every little single step that we did when we were troubleshooting and trying to fix a fiery, especially if it gets convoluted where, oh, did I replace the motherboard? When I replaced the hard drive? I don't remember the order I did things in. That's what logs are all about. So let's try to use that. Again, I'm trying to incorporate this in our fiery system. My goal is for us to have the system capture that information, have it available as a log that you can export out of the fiery, make it a little more seamless. So hopefully this helps, and I look forward to talking to you guys. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.